That's why in cultivation, we understand all this happening in the individual form and mind. Yeah, what can still trigger off is very important. There are stages of what they call grasping or clinging. Some due to habitual tendency, some due to views, opinion, and conditioning. So these are the things that can stir you and disturb you. But being aware is very important. Like you mentioned, you are able to be aware. Then from there, how do you deal with it is more important. There is another stage of cultivation because when you start to develop the understanding of the Dhamma, the understanding part should prompt you Sankhara Anichang, Sankhara Dukkhang. Then from there, that thing will subside. Then you will have to reflect, or it still happen about to come out like what you mentioned just now. So how is it you are going to deal with this so that in future you will have the understanding until it stabilizes, then this thing cannot arise anymore, cannot even like want to arise. Yeah. So all this understanding will surface when you have the stability of wisdom. Then what did you do after you came to realize what happened?
Well, Theo, this is from what I see is my
Yeah,
expectation of what I think people should be, right, Theo?
correct. This is
Yeah,
your earlier conditioning. That's why
yeah,
I
yeah,
say it's in a way a conditioning that lead to that habitual reaction that you tend to do where you expect people not to be like that. Then the thought, like you will try to understand through the reasoning, I'm trying to help you. On the other hand, I spend all the time, take the trouble to wake up early and do all this in preparation to help you, but you phong fake, they call it.
yeah, right, Theo.
There's, he didn't keep to the words and the appointment or thing. But human beings are the way they are. Different people behave differently. There are some people, they don't have the Dhamma, they will do that. So it is how we actually experience them. And when you experience them with understanding, sometimes you laugh at it because finally, when you come to really understand, you should thank all these people for creating conditions for you to learn, to actually be aware that these are the habitual things, like you mentioned, your conditioning, that you cannot like take this because you expect people to have certain decency, understand,
Yeah,
or certain type of responsibility towards what they have committed. Uh, but not everybody takes things that way. That to them is not important to them. You want to help, so you help. Then they have this tendency. Some they actually always late on. So we have to develop such sensitivity and understanding in cultivation. Then only we can move to have the understanding to be at peace with all situation, all condition. Sometimes we use the word, like you use the word, you are helping him. That is what we will always say. Then after that, your expectation of his decency or behavior, that is the red line that you cannot allow it to cross. That's why it will stir you. So this is how you see your development, your conditioning, your mundane mind's threshold that will stir and make you become what you are. So all this need awareness, need sensitivity.